What is going on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts? Welcome back to the Binkz and Doodle Effect. This is episode number 29. How is everyone doing? I am one of your hosts, Binkz, and with me as always, DrewskiDoodles. How are you doing this week, Andrew?
Doing pretty good. Temperatures are getting higher, which is nice.
Cannot wait. We're supposed to get snow actually this weekend in New York.
Just stop. Don't even.
But like after that, hopefully we start seeing the numbers go into the 50s, the 60s. It gets some golfing in. Can't wait to get back on the green. You want to hit the driving range. We're gonna have a good time. Spring is right around the corner. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. Binkz and Doodle Effect presented to you by Lividity. Binkz and Doodle Effect is sponsored by the Rogue Energy. It's a premium energy and focus supplement designed to optimize your mental and physical performance. And unlike unhealthy canned energy drinks, this powerful supplement can be taken daily for overall improved performance. It's packed with vitamins and amino acids and a healthy way to increase your natural energy. And if you use the code GETLIVID, you'll get 5% off your entire purchase. We recommend the starter pack. You get to have a shaker cup. You get to choose 5 different flavors that you want to try. And you'll get 5% off if you use the code GETLIVID. So if you use the code GETLIVID, hit us up on Twitter. Let us know that you used it. We'll be thrilled to know that we got you to try some really good energy drinks. And it's a healthy energy drink, not like Monster or Red Bull or anything like that.
Hell yeah. Monster's just for Jaeger bombs.
Absolutely. Going forward, spring opening day is almost here for baseball. And
2 weeks.
Can't wait. The Mets named Jacob deGrom as their opening day starter, and like water is wet.
The least shocking news in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait for opening day. The New York Mets hopefully will continue, win as usual and continue to have the greatest opening day record in baseball. That is a stat that I am very proud of that no one really cares about, but us Met fans need to hold on to everything that we can, right?
Correct.
I actually have a really cool Babe Ruth stat, kind of going off of last week and prior weeks of talking about Babe Ruth, but I found this across the internet. I wanted to share with you guys who are listening, and you, Andrew. And it's not really a Babe Ruth stat, but in 1917, a player named Ernie Shore threw a perfect game, but is only credited with a no-hitter for the sole reason Ernie Shore faced 27 batters and got all 27 out, so a perfect game. But they're only labeling it a no-hitter because he came in relief after Babe Ruth started the game and pitched to one batter, and was ejected after that one batter. So technically, it's not a perfect game. But he technically...
There was 28 batters.
Him himself threw a perfect game.
He went 27 up, 27 down.
But he does not get credit. So I really thought that was like a wild stat. Like, who's the only person in history to throw like a perfect game but not be credited for a perfect game?
Damn it, Babe.
Yeah, so I thought that was really, really interesting. We have Albert Pujols, who we did mention it was going to retire. Did you know, Andrew, that he is only one of the 3 people in baseball history to have less than 100 strikeouts in 10,000 plate appearances?
Did not know that. I'm not surprised, though.
Unbelievable. Can you imagine 10,000 plate appearances having less than 100 strikeouts per year?
No.
It's unbelievable. The only other 2 people who do that is Johnny Damon and Ichiro.
Ichiro would have been definitely my other pick for that.
Johnny Damon's kind of surprising.
Yeah. I don't remember him. I didn't watch him enough to remember exactly how great he was at not striking out, but what can I say? That's impressive.
You know who's really not good at striking out either?
Who?
We got Gilmy. 22 pitch at bat.
You love to see a man grind a spring training at that for 22 pitches.
Who do you I saw a bunch of comments on the New York Mets Facebook after that at bat when they highlighted it, and people were saying, Davis is gonna have a run for his money on starting, and I was like, no, absolutely not. Gilmy is a bench player. Let's not get ahead of ourselves over here. If Gilmy plays every single day, he will be exposed for what he is, and that is a bench player. He's going to be good for the bench. He's going to be good coming off the bench. He is not going to be an everyday player. Met fans, let's get that out of your head right now. Like, let's not do that at all, guys.
The legend of Luis Guillorme stays on the bench.
Yes, and that is where he's going to thrive, is being on the bench.
Correct.
JD Davis definitely has more pop on his bat, and fielding JD Davis could definitely get a little bit better. But overall, I think I'd rather have JD's bat in the lineup over.
Yeah, that's not even an argument for me.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I think we had Lindor's first home run as a New York Met today.
Yep.
Even though it is spring training, it is his first New York Met home run, so that's very exciting. Big deal. Love to see that man start, stepping it up and everything.
I don't think we're going to worry about that. You know who is looking real good is Pete Alonso. After his down beginning half of last year, he ended strong, and now he's killing it in spring training. So that's nice to see.
Sophomore slump. Everyone goes through it, but listen,
he's looking nice.
Exactly. Give him a nice full year. Let him come back to his rookie feels. Hopefully, we'll be good. Going over to hockey, we do have some sad news. Andrew, I know you wanted to discuss this and talk about it a little bit, but
yeah, just bear with me because I don't want to butcher this dude's last name.
No, of course not. I mean, it's not American, so it's kind of more difficult to.
Yeah, I'm going to try my best here.
And we mean no offense for butchering any sort of names that we can't pronounce.
Not at all.
And we truly mean it with the most of our heart. Goes out.
In the junior hockey league in Russia, Timur Fazudinov, I think that's pronouncing it as best as I can, got hit by a dump-in over the blue line, hit him right in the side of the helmet, and was taken, obviously left the game. He was taken to a hospital, passed away after 3 days in the hospital. If you want, we're obviously not going to show it. If you want to go look up the play on YouTube, it's not graphic. It's an innocent play. I play hockey. It happens all the time. It's a routine play. The player on the other team has the puck right before the blue line, goes to dump it for a dump and change, hits this guy right in the side of the helmet. And for anyone who doesn't play hockey, the padding around the ear on the helmet varies a lot. Certain helmets have a lot of padding, like the helmets I wear have a lot of padding around the ear. I guess the one he was wearing did not. So it fractured or broke his temporal bone, caused a cerebral hemorrhage, and also did damage to his carotid artery, which is it's crazy. Like that is a 0.05% chance of happening. That can literally happen in the lowest form of hockey, and it's awful. He was 19 years old. He was the captain of the team. He was just named captain this year. It's just a terrible, terrible scenario.
Yeah, no, our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family and his loved ones, and I'm sure his entire team is definitely hurting over it.
Yeah, that's going to be. It's not. You're not going to come back from it. They're going to play eventually in his honor. Mm-hmm. I do want to point out something that people are probably going to gloss over is the effects on the player that hit him with the puck. People aren't, rightfully so, are going to be thinking about him, which is 100%. But the guy who dumped that puck hit this kid and now indirectly killed him. That's something that can make you walk away from the game.
Absolutely.
That's a kid who could have a major career ahead of him, and understandably so, this might be something that ends it.
I like that you brought that up because you know what? Before you said that, I wasn't even thinking about the person who dumped it in.
It's on these free plays like that. It's something. No, it was on the other team.
Oh, the team. Because imagine you like on the team. But regardless, being on the other side or not, I didn't even think about how that guy must feel that he, inadvertently just killed someone, and so something so innocent as just a dump in like that. It's scary to to see, but that's why we have the protective equipment. It's crazy that like back in the day, players weren't wearing helmets at all, and like people like nothing, like visors, nothing. I mean, there are some unbelievable crazy hockey incidents. Mm-hmm. I mean, like the goalie with the skate, which is why they have that new flab underneath the goalie mask and everything. It's
Clinton Marlichuk.
Yeah,
and in the 70s or 80s, I think.
That man's completely lucky. The medical staff was on that side of the rink because if they had to skate across, they said that he wasn't going to make it.
And then it happened again back in like 2009. Richard Zednik on the Panthers got hit when a player in front of him fell forward and his skate cut his carotid, and they saved him too. And actually, they saved him because the hospital he went to was watching the game.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
That is
and
crazy.
now more players wear those neck guards. Like, goalies have a flap, but players now have a neck guard that goes around their neck, which they can wear. It's terrible when these things happen, but it kind of forces an upgrade in safety when it does happen.
Absolutely. I mean, if I was playing hockey, I would be wearing everything I know, everything I could. That wouldn't restrict.
The only thing I don't wear is a neck guard because it's roller hockey, and I'm not going to get cut by a wheel.
A wheel. Going forward with hockey, Andrew, I did want to discuss something with you because I wanted to see your views. Just because I was watching the Devils Island game. One of the few times that I would ever root for the Devils in my life, because I really don't like the Islanders naturally. But if you were watching the game, the Devils score in overtime. I believe it was at the time in overtime. The Devils score, and they call it back for offside. Okay? Now, I get the rule of offside. I understand it completely. However, I feel like, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but I feel like this specific instance should be looked into in the NHL, and I feel like offside should be a kind of like in the moment type of call, because this offside had nothing to do with the actual play. It's not like he was over the blue line and he was able to pass it and score. He was just over the blue line on the opposite end of the ice. He was all the way against the wall. The guy came in on the opposite end, closer to the opposite end of that wall, and beat the defender to score. But because he was just standing there and he kind of just slowly slid over the blue line, they called it offside and called it back. Had absolutely nothing to do. Whether he was 2 inches over the line that way or 2 inches over the line the other way had no effect on the play. He was just standing there and he just slowly glided over the line. And that is what they called offside. I personally think that offside should be looked into offside should be called if it has an effect on the actual play at hand. Him just gliding over like that, for the Devils to lose that game just because of that, I think is absurd. And that's not me because the Islanders won and I'm not trying to be biased. I just think that's absolutely ridiculous, because if it was the other way around and the Islanders were the ones, I would be saying the exact same thing. Like if it was the other way around and it wasn't the Devils doing it. I don't know how you feel, but
I'm gonna disagree with you for 2 reasons.
Okay.
One, I understand it, but doing that, saying affecting the play, I think that creates too much of a gray area where calls get blown too much all the time anyway. So I think that does create a gray area, which you can argue both ways. It's not like a black and white definition.
Mm-hmm.
2, whatever player that was offsides needs to have more game sense, be more disciplined, and pay attention to where he is. That's the mindset of hockey. Be more disciplined. Know where you are. Sorry, dude. You lost your team the game. Stay on sides.
He did. I mean, he also
stay on side.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
No, I'm not trying to make any excuse for the player. I mean, definitely should be more. Be aware of your surroundings, bro. But I don't know. It's like I said, whether he was 2 inches one side, 2 inches the other side, it drew no effect. It's not like the defense was going to him to cover because they thought he was going into the zone. He was standing still. He had no effect on the play, and that is why they called it offside, because he just kind of drifted over the line.
Sucks to suck.
I was just
sucks to suck.
I was looking at the TV. I was like that. As soon as they called that back, I went, the Islanders are going to win this game. The Islanders are going to win this game now. And sure enough, that they did. But
yeah, that's a momentum swing. A huge momentum swing that I wish the Rangers could have took advantage of, because they got the Ranger Flyer game yesterday. Terribly officiated game. The whole game was terrible. It's just coming from a referee. God. So you had Claude Giroux on the Flyers with the puck skating towards the blue line. Julien Gauthier is behind him. Goes to lift his stick. Misses. Clipped Giroux right here and then hits him in the helmet, goes up, whatever. It's high sticking 100%. The refs missed it. They didn't call it. The Rangers have the puck on a 3-on-2 crossing the red line, and all of a sudden they blow the play dead, review the non-call, and call the penalty. Now, it was absolutely a penalty. 110%. You have to call that, but they didn't. They missed it. And now what you're really not supposed to do is call the play dead when the Rangers have the puck. Because if you're saying to yourself, well, Drew's on the ice, he looks hurt, they're blowing the play dead. That's not how hockey works. You're not supposed to blow the play dead unless the team of the injured player has the puck, or unless he's in, he's really hurt, which he wasn't. And then to go back and review a non-call, that's like unheard of. It's one thing if something gets called, you go back and review it, and it didn't happen. That's one thing. But to go look for something that you didn't call is absolutely psychotic. Absolutely psychotic.
Completely agree. I mean, I was watching the game with you, and it was completely absurd. To review a non-call, that's like throwing a challenge flag in football for holding.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's insane, and I'm not going to sit here and make an excuse like that's why the Rangers lost. No, the Rangers lost because they went 0-4 in the power play, and Julien Gauthier was in the box for 6 minutes. It was just a really poorly officiated game, which really pissed me off, and especially since the goal to referee legend Wes McCauley was doing it, I was surprised. We love Wes McCauley. Anyway, something that I think you might find funny.
All right, let's hear it.
You might have seen this. A newspaper in Buffalo released their NHL power rankings. They ranked the Buffalo Sabres at 32. You might be asking yourself, wait a minute, there's only 31 teams in the NHL. You're correct. They ranked them under the Seattle Kraken, who have not drafted a team, have not played a game, and only kind of exist right now. And you know what? They're right. The Buffalo Sabres are that bad.
The disrespect.
The Sabres?
The actual
Sabres
disrespect.
are so bad. Which is wild because right now, this being Tuesday, the Devils and the Sabres are playing each other. Both teams have lost 11 straight games. Which is yikes.
You know what?
And I'm just going to put in there that the Islanders played each of them 3 times in the last 7 games. So relax with that 9-game win streak.
Listen. You'll take points any way you can, but you know what would have reversed
I could beat
that?
The Sabres.
You know what would have reversed that 11-game losing streak for the Devils? The guy not going offside. Because they beat...
That would have...
The Devils legitimately beat the Islanders. Like, I'm sorry.
Sucks to suck.
Oh, man. So last week we kind of had a little bit of a discussion. Me and Andrew have no idea what we're talking about when we go into basketball. We had our guest Chris saying LeBron James was the GOAT. I was, jokingly with Space Jam saying Michael Jordan. But then I came across another stat from Michael Jordan. It's like my phone listens to this podcast and hey, say this next week. Hey, say this next week. Hey, look at this stat that you can bring onto the podcast. Michael Jordan in 32 months won 3 championships, 3 scoring titles, 2 MVPs, 3 finalist MVPs, and all defensive first team 3 times, all missing 0 games. And that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. And I say again, LeBron James chips a nail and he's on the sideline. So I'm not one to judge though. I don't know anything about basketball, but I'm just calling them as I see them. I'm still gonna take MJ over LeBron any day of the week. So I mean that's just my prerogative. You can comment down below and say that I'm wrong, but I'm not gonna have a defense because I have no idea what I'm talking about with basketball. But I figured I would throw that out and kind of give that nice little stat to MJ over there.
It's a fun stat. I like it.
Absolutely. But now we have football. We have a lot of things going on in the NFL in this offseason. There's a lot of free agency signings. But before we get into that, I do want to mention that one of the best quarterbacks to probably ever play the game is retiring in Drew Brees. Absolutely phenomenal career. Easily, in my opinion, personally, everyone has their opinion. Easily, in my opinion, Drew Brees is a top 5 quarterback in the entire game. He's got the most passing yards ever in history. He's got the most completions in history. He's got the highest completion percentage in history, and he's number 2 in passing TDs. So, I mean, those aren't when you look at all the great quarterbacks that we've had play the game, for him to be out of those 4 stats be number 1 in 3 of them, unbelievable. Terrific career. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Probably this year, Brady is going to pass him on all those. He's going to be in second on all those stats. Brady's going to be number 1 with everything. Who just got a 4-year extension with the Bucks. So that man is what? How old is he right now? 43.
43.
So that man is playing until at least he's 47. I am sorry to the NFC. You have him for 4 more years.
Which it was another Brady move to that type of contract, because other people might be confused about that contract. It is a 4-year contract, but the last 3 years are voidable. So it's technically a 1-year contract, and then it's like, you want me again? Sure. You want me again? Nah, voided. Mm-hmm. So what that did is just saved Tampa Bay a shit ton of money in the offseason.
And that's what Brady does.
Because it's backloaded. Yep.
And I mean, that man, realistically, that man does not need a big contract. That man could play for the league minimum and just win more championships and just be totally fine.
Yeah.
I mean, his wife makes more than him. He doesn't need his salary. He doesn't need anything.
Between that and his TB12 brand, he literally doesn't need his football salary.
Yeah, no, he just wants to win more championships, and I bash on him a lot, but at least I could respect him for wanting to win more championships and not just going after the
playing
money.
To win.
Because that would be like we've discussed that is our attitude. I would play to win. I don't care about the big bucks. I'm going to that sport to win a championship. So good for you, Tom Brady. The Bucks also re-signed Gronk as well, so Gronk isn't going anywhere. So Correct. The two of them are just going to continue to cause havoc in the NFC. We'll see if they can, go back to back. Brady did say that he wanted to go for number 8. You can bet your ass in the future podcast during football season that I will be rooting against the Bucks every single week. However, Andrew, I'm going to be smart this year, and I'm going to stop betting against him.
Nah, dude, come on.
If he's going to win, I should at least make money, right?
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, no one should be betting against him anymore.
I bet the Bucks in the Super Bowl and rooted against him, but I bet the Bucks because at that point I'm like, listen, if the Bucks lose and I lose my money, at least I'm happy because Mahomes wins. But if the Mahomes loses, I'm at least making money. So
he's making money, exactly.
So that's gonna be my attitude for this future football season. I'm betting Brady. I'm not, I never doubt him because he is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game, but I'm done betting against him. I'm done betting against him, Andrew. I'm done.
And that team hasn't lost anybody. Godwin's coming back. They re-signed Shaquille Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
They're
gonna be good. They're gonna be good.
You know who woke up feeling dangerous the other day?
The best coach of all time,
Bill Belichick. Bro, I'm at work and I just keep getting these updates. I'm like, what is happening? That defense is nasty.
The defense was nasty in general before.
And now even more so. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So they picked up, but we'll start with the offense. They picked up Jonnu Smith, Nelson Aguilar, and Hunter Henry. I've been saying for weeks now I wanted Hunter Henry. I didn't think I'd get both of them.
You had that dual tight end threat once again.
Yeah. That's a nice red zone threat. Aguilar, I could take him or leave him, whatever.
He's like a B-tier wide receiver. It's not like he's bad. He's better than what you have.
Fair, yeah, but it's not like Cam can throw the ball that far anyway.
We'll see.
Which they did re-sign Cam.
Like I said, Cam is adjusting to Bill's system, and
correct.
It's probably completely different than Carolina was. And listen, give him more time under Bill's wing. Who knows? The Patriots are. I personally think with the team that they have now, the Patriots are a playoff threat again. I don't ever count out Bill. Threat, yeah. I never count out Bill.
Which, I mean, how could you? They did lose, what's his name? Joe Tooney, which sucks. I liked him a lot. He is going to, where is he going? Oh no, I just lost it. Where'd he go? Oh, KC.
Good which, for Kansas City.
Another offensive lineman to protect Patrick Mahomes, which was shown was needed in the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Immediately addressing concerns.
Tampa defense went through that like a nose. They couldn't even stop a nosebleed if they wanted to in that Super Bowl.
Yep. So it's a big pickup for them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got the Vikings signing that guy with the last name I can't pronounce, Yannick Ngakoue. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce Ngakoue, I think his name. Either way, the defensive end, really good. Great signing.
Mm-hmm.
John, I love this dude. John Johnson III going to the Browns. John Johnson.
What a name. What a name.
What a name. Your boys, the Jets, Corey Davis
and Gerard Davis, linebacker.
Yes.
So kind of beefing up the defense a little bit. Corey Davis, is he a number one? No.
No, but he's a solid
he's
solid secondary option.
He's You still have Crowder in the slot. You have Mims on one side, maybe. You have Corey Davis on the other. We'll see what happens. You still have Sam Darnold throwing to both of them. So we will definitely see in the future. I feel like if the Jets don't draft a quarterback, which at this point, I mean, if we can get Trevor, I would like them to get Trevor. I would like them to, like we went on last week, I would like them to draft Smith and have an absolute stud of a number one. But I feel like, and I don't know if you can disagree with me, but if we go with Sam again for this year, this is his year. Like if he still sucks, he's done, or he becomes a franchise quarterback for the Jets. This is gonna be. This is probably his make or break year. This is probably his last chance.
Definitely agree.
So we will definitely see. Aaron Jones, huge re-signing.
After last week talking about the no franchise tag, they go ahead and sign him.
Which was the move. Definitely was the move.
Definitely the move.
I definitely could see Rodgers going into like the GMs. I'll be like, yo, sign him right now. Like, don't let him go. So
completely agree. You got to think that Jamal Williams is going to go somewhere else now because they're probably going to have Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon as the backup. And I'm pretty sure Jamal Williams is a free agent, so you're probably going to see him go somewhere.
Jamal Williams isn't a bad running back either, so he'll definitely get picked up.
No.
If that
not
happens.
At all. Possibly my favorite signing of this free agency so far. The Washington football team have signed Ryan Fitzmagic.
I was going to actually say that one if you didn't. Yeah, no, Fitzmagic. So the Dolphins are pretty much going all in on Tua. They're pretty much saying, let's go. This is your team. Fitzpatrick is on yet another football team.
Rack up the teams, baby. This is nice, though. Like, this is nice.
He's not a bad quarterback, though. That's the thing. He is one of my favorite people to watch because as old as he is, he doesn't care about his body. He throws his body out there week in, week out. He just loves playing hard, gritty football, and I appreciate that. That is what you want to see in a player.
Absolutely.
You have Dalton to the Bears. So you have now Trubisky drama, who's, going to start there.
I actually low-key love that.
Dalton's a better move, honestly.
Yeah, he did. All things considered with the Cowboys last year, he looked pretty good when you take in all the other factors.
Dalton
no issue with that.
Yeah, no, Dalton wasn't bad. Dalton's not as good as Dak. Dak is definitely better than Dalton.
No, yeah.
But, Dalton, he did what he had to do to kind of keep the Cowboys in it for the race. So, I think Dalton's definitely going to be the better move to have over Trubisky because Trubisky's awful. But we will definitely see. Speaking of awful quarterbacks, you have Winston being re-signed to the Saints. So possibly Saints going with Winston. I don't know, but Kamara's fantasy value kind of dips way low now. I would still say he's a first rounder because of how explosive he is, but he's definitely not like a top 5 in my opinion anymore without Drew Brees. Drew Brees loved just dumping off to him.
Yeah, I'd say 7 and 9 is where I would take him. 7 and 9.
And we have Tyrod Taylor to Houston. So I don't know if Deshaun Watson's going to be going anywhere. If they're starting to play.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
So
I'm very confused.
Well, we will definitely keep you guys up to date on all that.
Just one more. 2 hours ago.
Oh, okay.
This one's also confusing. Jacoby Brissett to the Dolphins. That's the fate. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they're not going all in on Tua. Why didn't you say that before I started saying that?
No, I waited on purpose. Because it might not mean that. He might just be He might just be a bat. I don't know. I'm confused.
Like maybe a mentor type of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know how to take that. It doesn't say. There's no dollar amounts. It's just it's a 1-year deal. I'm just maybe it's a backup plan. If Tua really tanks the first 4 games, that's probably what it is. I think I can't see Jacoby Brissett starting the season for the Dolphins. I just can't.
He shouldn't.
No.
If he starts the season for the Dolphins, then why the hell did they waste a pick on Tua?
He's got to be a backup plan.
Absolutely. We did miss one though that I'm seeing on the list right now that I have written down in our little notes for the Binkz and Doodle effect. Hill, 4-year extension with the Chiefs. The cheetah.
Yeah, the cheetah.
The cheetah is easily, top 3 best wide receivers in the game right now. So Mahomes still has that weapon.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder when Travis Kelce's contract is up, the amount of space that they're gonna have, because Kelce's gonna want to get paid too. It makes me wonder.
That's gonna be
the Chiefs gonna have enough cap to keep all these weapons that they do possess already. So
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Actually, I did want to mention too. Carlos Hyde, I believe, went to the Jacksonville.
Okay.
And keep in mind, Carson's a free agent. And Jacksonville also signed Shaquille Griffin, who was the cornerback for Seattle. I think Seattle's exploding. I'm expecting to see Russell Wilson on a different team in the next 12 months.
They may be looking to rebuild at this point.
Yeah, especially if they don't re-sign Carson.
That is sweet karma for Jet fans. We are loving that the Seahawks are imploding because Jamal Adams bitched and complained about being on the Jets, wanted to be on a good team, and now his team is imploding. And you know what? I really like Russell Wilson, but I'm so happy that man is on a team that he's gonna want to leave again. Because I have no respect for teams for players that go to teams just to try to win like that. Like the no loyalty type of thing. But that's just
I agree.
Me. That's just me. But yeah, that's kind of went over a lot in. We're going on close to 32 minutes right now, Andrew, and we did cover
just that good.
A lot. That was a great cast, Andrew. There are certain casts that we do that I kind of just am like, it definitely could have been a little better. I feel like I feel like this was a solid cast, and you know why?
Why is that?
We didn't have a guest trolling for 10 to 15 minutes of it.
just a little subtweet right there.
A little subtweet. On that note, I did promise one of our viewers that I would throw this out there because they did want me to say this. They watched last week. They were very interested in our Dak Prescott conversation. And you can Google this and you can look it up, but Jerry Jones actually made a public comment saying that he overpaid for Dak. And that has got to be like the biggest slap in the face for Dak. Like your organization's owner thinks that they overpaid you. Like, how much confidence do you think that Jerry Jones has in Dak at that point now that he's saying, yeah, we overpaid for Dak? I mean, your own owner doesn't even think you're a good quarterback then at that point, right? So
Jerry Jones. Ugh.
Well, so that's we'll see how that goes. I mean, if I'm Dak, I'm kind of like annoyed at that comment. That's kind of like a big slap in the face. But Jerry Jones publicly announced that he thinks that he overpaid for Dak. So
I'm hoping the management was just like, if Jerry Jones says anything stupid, just remember he's a senile old man. Don't listen to him.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, that was we can kind of wrap this up. If you enjoyed, hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. We upload every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Usually new breaking news happens around Wednesday, 6 p.m. So we'll definitely touch on that the following week. As our luck, if you're listening to wherever you listen to podcasts, give us a 5-star review. We will give you a shout out if we see it. Comment down below any topic that you want to hear about. Comment down below if you liked anything that you heard and you want to add and build on that. We'll be very happy to respond to you on YouTube. Shoot us a DM on Twitter. Shoot us, add us on Twitter. Binkz and Dude at BDE Effect. It's been on the screen several times during the YouTube video. Our individual ads are underneath us if you want to shoot us for something private. But yeah, I think that's going to be it, Andrew. If you have any parting words before we say goodbye.
No, I'm chilling. Let's enjoy baseball season. 2 weeks away, baby.
Let's go. Can't wait. America's pastime, baby. Weeks. America's pastime. But once again, thank you for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, guys, peace out.
Deuces.